And fans, welcome to Starrcade. I'm your host, Gotmark76, and we are going to start off tonight's big pay-per-view with the NWA Western States Heritage Championship. As Nikita Koloff challenges Larry Zbyszko, we have a great show lined up for you tonight. Ric Flair will challenge Barry Windham for the NWA World Title. The Road Warriors will defend the World Tag Team Championship against the Varsity Club. And Sting will challenge the Great Muta for the NWA World Television Title in a Scorpion Rules match. The rules of that match are not very clear to me. I'm sure we'll have more information as the night goes on. And the total package, Lex Luger defending the U.S. Heavyweight Championship against Flyin Brian Pillman. There he is, the Western States Heritage Champion, being led to the ring by his manager, Gary Hart. And fans, a lot of changes going on here in the NWA and Gotmark76. And Larry Zbyszko demanded that he be on Starrcade. And the matchmakers here in the NWA said, sure, we have a suitable challenger for you in the form of the Russian Nightmare, Nikita Koloff. And that is what they are fighting for, the Western States Heritage Championship. And the introductions being made. And Nikita Koloff, what a year it's been for Nikita. The former World Heavyweight Champion defeated Ric Flair for the world title back at the Clash of the Champions back in April. Was a former World Tag Team Champion and looking to add the Western States Heritage Title to his list of accomplishments this year. And the Gorilla Press Slam takes Zbyszko down. He's stomping away, picks up Zbyszko. And a big shove takes Larry down. Nikita staying on top, going for a submission. Zbyszko makes it to the ropes. Nikita looking to end the year with championship gold around his waist. And the big boot takes Zbyszko down. Goes for the cover. Referee counts one. And a kick out at one by Zbyszko. And a beautiful snapmare takeover. Ooh, and Nikita missed with a punch off the second turnbuckle. And Zbyszko trying to take advantage. Picks up Nikita in the backbreaker. Takes Nikita Koloff down. And Larry Zbyszko staying on top of the Russian Nightmare. But Nikita with a big elbow staggers Zbyszko. Into the corner goes Zbyszko. And the Gorilla Press Slam, up and down goes Larry Zbyszko. The Russian Nightmare catering here to the fans in the Omni in Atlanta. Now Nikita picks up Zbyszko. Whips him hard into the turnbuckle. And the big boot takes Larry down. And another Gorilla Press Slam takes Zbyszko up and over. Nikita, could he be setting him up for that Russian sickle? If he hits it, he'll make very short work of Larry Zbyszko. He nails him with the Russian sickle. Goes for the cover. Could we have a new champ? 2 and 3. And Nikita Koloff, almost in record time, this match is less than 3 minutes, defeats Larry Zbyszko for the Western States Heritage Championship. What a way to start off Starrcade. And here are some highlights. And total domination by the Russian Nightmare, Nikita Koloff, as he nails Zbyszko with a Russian sickle. And you can count to 10. Larry was not getting up from that. Fans, your winner and new Western States Heritage Champion, Nikita Koloff. And welcome back to Starrcade. The following contest will be the Midnight Madness Tornado match, as Beautiful Bobby and Sweet Stan take on Loverboy Dennis and Ravishing Randy. Now, this all started back last month at Clash of the Champions. A phone call was made to Jim Cornette regarding a flight change for Stan Lane and Jim Cornette. Well, we found out later that that phone call was not made by the NWA, but instead by Paulie Dangerously. Now that set up the Midnight Express of Loverboy Dennis and Ravishing Randy to try to recruit Beautiful Bobby to join their version of the Midnight Express. And when Beautiful Bobby refused, they jumped and ganged up on Beautiful Bobby, and of course that leads us to this match here tonight. Stan Lane by Bobby Eaton's side as they make their way to the ring here tonight. You will notice that Jim Cornette and later on Paulie Dangerously are not at ringside. They have been banned from the building. This feud has taken a very personal direction, and the NWA has decided that the managers could not be here tonight for their own well-being. And of course, a Midnight Madness Tornado match will have all 4 men in the ring at the same time. And here they are, Loverboy Dennis on the left and Ravishing Randy on the right. And Dennis Condrey and Bobby Eaton are former World Tag Team Champions. They were the Midnight Express originally here in the NWA. And of course, going back to 1980, you had Ravishing Randy and Loverboy Dennis. So a lot of history here with the Midnight Express name. Both teams, all 4 men can claim the name for themselves. And this is going to be a wild one here between these 2 very talented and skilled teams. And I will do my best to call the action. Again, all 4 men in the ring at the same time. A Midnight Madness Tornado match. And Stan Lane partnering off against Dennis Condrey. And Eaton and Rhodes going at it in a big clothesline by Beautiful Bobby. And now here's Dennis Condrey with a suplex. Up and over goes Stan Lane. And Condrey working over Lane. Eaton working over Rhodes. A split too soon reversal and a scorpion death drop by Randy Rhodes. Lane staying on top of Condrey. What an up and down year it has been for Bobby Eaton and Stan Lane. They were the U.S. Tag Team Champions. They traded those titles many times throughout the first half of the year. But it was at Halloween Havoc, It was at Clash of the Champions when they defeated Sting and Nikita Koloff for those World Tag Team Championships, only to lose them at Halloween Havoc to the Road Warriors. Oh, and a big elbow by Condrey takes Lane down, and a swinging neckbreaker by Eaton takes Rhodes down. Fast and furious action here, only in the NWA. And of course, coming up in just a couple weeks, and a beautiful drop kick by Condrey takes, and the referee goes down. Condrey, I think he did that on purpose, took down the referee. And now Condrey suplexing Eaton back into the ring, and down goes Beautiful Bobby. And the referee, no worse for wear, back up as Rhodes drops a leg across the chest of Beautiful Bobby. Fans, in 2 weeks' time, we have the debut of Gotmark76 this week, which we will dive into many different promotions across the country and give you the latest and greatest professional wrestling action from WWF2K19. Bobby Eaton with a fireman takeover on Randy Rhodes. Lane and Condrey still going at it. And you'll hear the fans here don't know who to cheer for. I mean, both teams are, I guess you could say, rule breakers. And this beautiful swinging neckbreaker by Beautiful Bobby on Randy Rhodes. And a DDT by Lane. And Beautiful Bobby ascending that top turnbuckle. And he dives and nails an elbow on Ravishing Randy. While Lane nails a knee across the head of Dennis Condrey. Eaton going back up to the top. Could it be that big leg drop? He leaps and he nails Rhodes with a leg drop. While Condrey nails a leg drop of his own on Stan Lane. Eaton goes for the cover and a breakup by Condrey. Oh, that would have been it. Randy Rhodes is not moving. And a big forearm takes Condrey down. Randy Rhodes still hasn't moved. And Eaton would have pinned Randy Rhodes if it wasn't for Dennis Condrey. And now Condrey has Eaton up on the shoulder, fireman's carry. An airplane spin. Takes Eaton down. And now Condrey setting up Eaton. Randy Rhodes working the arm of Stan Lane as Condrey drops a knee across the chest of Eaton. And now Eaton and Lane find themselves in trouble. A big forearm splash. Oh, and a face buster. Condrey nails Eaton with a face buster. That could be it. He's going to roll Eaton to the center of the ring. Rolls over Eaton. The referee in position counts 1, 2, and 3. And Dennis Condrey and Ravishing Randy have taken the contest here at Starrcade. In this Midnight Madness tornado match. And they have drawn first blood in this feud. And I will not call it an upset because Randy Rhodes and Dennis Condrey are quite the team. I mean, they carry the Midnight Express name. But one would say that I'm shocked. I would not call it an upset, but I still am shocked. As Bobby Eaton had nailed the leg drop off the top turnbuckle, but Condrey broke up the pinfall and was able to nail that face plant maneuver. And they got the deuce. Fans, don't go away. The pinfalls count anywhere in the building match between Eddie Gilbert and Cactus Jack is next. Fans, we'll be right back after this quick timeout. And welcome back to Starrcade. The following contest will be the Falls Count Anywhere in the Building matches. Cactus Jack Manson takes on the Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. This is a rematch from last month's Clash of the Champions New York Knockout, in which Cactus Jack won that contest. In the weeks that followed on World Championship Wrestling, Cactus Jack had gone after Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, even threatening to go after Eddie Gilbert's valet, Missy Hyatt. So here we are at Starrcade, and Eddie Gilbert challenged Cactus Jack to a contest which I think is going to favor the Madman from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, and that is a Falls Count Anywhere match. So that will be a no disqualification match. Any weapon in or around the ring can be used, and pinfalls or submissions can be anywhere in the building. As the fans here, some fans even like, dare I say, Cactus Jack. He provides a much different character here in the NWA, and there he is, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. And Gilbert making his way to the ring. And wait a second, Cactus is going, and there he is, he's going into the ring, has a baseball bat, he's charging, as Gilbert sees Cactus now, and Cactus nails Gilbert with a baseball bat, and twice, and 3 times, across the head, and down goes Gilbert. And Cactus starting off with a bang, no pun intended. And there he is, banging away on Eddie Gilbert, who reverses with an elbow. And now Gilbert fighting back. Inverted atomic drop there again is no disqualification. So Gilbert can do that, and the big knee takes Cactus over. And they're on the ramp here in the Omni. And now making their way back to the dressing room. Cactus missing with a clothesline. Gilbert does not miss with a series of lefts, rights, rake in the eyes, and Cactus firing back with a big right hand. Has Eddie Gilbert up on his shoulders, and a gut buster takes Hot Stuff down. Oh, here we are. We kind of expected this here tonight, folks. We did not expect that. Cactus, with an armbar of all moves on Hot Stuff, releases the move. And now Gilbert, reverses, kicks Cactus back, and the back of Cactus Jack Manson's head hits the stage. And these guys are trading blows, and a DDT! And Manson nails Gilbert with a DDT, and that could be it. The referee by Gilbert, and Cactus can't believe it. Cactus DDT'd Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert on the stage, and Gilbert somehow kicked out. And a run when he throws Gilbert off the stage. And Gilbert in trouble. And now Cactus leaps down and continues his assault on Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Now Cactus with a big slam down on that concrete floor, fans. Goes for the cover. The referee has to jump off the stage. 1, 2, and a kick out by Gilbert. And maybe the referee not being in position cost Cactus the match. As Cactus in control. I don't know where he's going now. He's probably going somewhere to get another weapon. And it is. He grabs that baseball bat. But Gilbert making his way back to the ring. Cactus does not see Gilbert right behind him. And Cactus is going for a chair. And he nails Gilbert with a chair. Right in the head. Going for the cover. The referee counts 2 and threw a kick out again. Don't ask me how Gilbert's doing it, but Gilbert kicked out a pinfall attempt here. And now Gilbert reverses, throws Cactus into the ring in a big left hand. Oh, and Cactus reverses. Gilbert's in trouble. A back and forth contest here as Gilbert nails Cactus. And now working the arm in a Russian leg sweep on the concrete floor. Gilbert in control, picks up Cactus. And a big right hand misses. Cactus with a chop, a kick to the midsection, DDT! Cactus picks up Gilbert. And Gilbert reverses with a series of kicks to the thigh. And a snapmare takeover by Cactus and knee lift. Fans, they're on the outside, and they're trading moves after move. And Gilbert throws Cactus into the ring. And now Gilbert climbing the top rope. Could be a splash. He leaps. Oh, and Cactus gets his knees up in the midsection. Picks up Gilbert. Goes for the cover. A schoolboy. Referee counts 1, 2. Oh, and Gilbert able to kick out Cactus. Could not hold him down. Setting up Gilbert for a spike pile driver and nails it. Oh, I think Gilbert's been busted open. He has. Gilbert busted open. Cactus back on the outside. Going back for that chair. Now he's in the ring with a weapon again. No disqualification. He can do whatever he wants. And Cactus allowing Gilbert to get back to his feet. He's already been busted open. Oh, and he missed with a chair. Gilbert with an elbow. Shoulder block takedown. Goes for the cover. Referee on top. 1, 2, and a kick out at 1. Gilbert valiantly fighting back. He is fighting for the honor of Missy Hyatt. Misses with a knee. Oh, and Cactus Jack with a drop kick from behind. He caught Gilbert on the back of his head. And Gilbert is out on his feet and he's again setting up for a pile driver and nails him. Oh, this has to be it. Cactus on top. 1, 2, and a kick out again. Cactus doesn't know what to do. He's beside himself. He's nailed multiple pile drivers, DDTs on the concrete, and still Eddie Gilbert finds a way to kick out. And now Gilbert following Cactus out. They're back on the ramp again. Oh, and a big chair shot to the kidneys of Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Cactus misses with a chair shot again. Oh, and Gilbert blocks it and nails Cactus in the head with a chair. Big forearm. Has a sleeper hold on Cactus. And Cactus is going out. The referee's asking. And Cactus is done. Gilbert has won the contest via sleeper hold on the outside ramp. And what a contest this was. Here are some highlights. I mean, when you get a DDT on the ramp, a DDT on the concrete, and multiple pile drivers, and you can't pull your opponent away, well, don't ask me how, but Eddie Gilbert kicked out every single time. and managed to get Cactus Jack in a sleeper hold of all maneuvers on the outside ramp. And fans, hot stop Eddie Gilbert is your victor here, at Starrcade. We have much more action coming up. The NWA World TV title on the line as Sting challenges the Great Muta. Don't go away. We'll be right back after this quick timeout. And the following contest will be for the NWA World TV title, a Scorpion Rules match. There is no time limit. The match must end in pinfall or submission. If a countout or disqualification occurs, the referee will restart the match at his discretion. There must be a winner. And many people are stating that that will favor the challenger. Making his way to the ring now, Sting. You know, many champions in the past have used the time limit draw or a countout or disqualification to secure their championship. The Great Muta walks into this match not having those options. There must be a winner, and it must be by pinfall or submission. And that is due to the contest at Halloween Havoc, in which the time limit draw kept the TV title around the Great Muta's waist. And then last month at the Clash of the Champions, the Great Muta getting disqualified. So, third time may be the charm for the Stinger. And there he is, Gary Hart. The theatrics of the Great Muta's entrance. One of the greatest in the NWA. We have to give the Great Muta credit where it's due. He has been a very worthy World Television Champion. He has taken on all comers. And via Gary Hart's translator, the Great Muta had no problem wrestling this contest with the Scorpion rules. He believes he is the better wrestler between the two. And he said he was using the rules to his favor to keep that World TV title before. And in his mind was doing nothing wrong by doing so. I guess it's all a matter of perspective, but there he is, the Great Muta, the NWA World TV Champion. And the fans showing their support. They like both of these guys. They're high flyers. They're technicians. And this match should not be a disappointment. As the lights come back on in the Omni, we are set to go, and that is what it's all about. Sting looking for his first major singles championship here in the NWA, and the Great Muta looking to hold on to that title that he won several months ago by defeating Brian Pillman at Clash of the Champions. And away we go, and Sting starting off fast and furious with an elbow and a series of shots, but Muta reverses. And a kick to the midsection has Sting in a pile driver maneuver and slams Sting head first into the mat, missing with a kick. Sting from behind with a roll-up. Referee counts 1 and a kick out at 1. These two know each other so well. They've wrestled several times, of course, for the World TV title. And now Sting having Great Muta suplexing him back into the ring, and down goes Muta. And Sting roaring here to the fans, looking for support. And now working the neck of the Great Muta. Muta able to reverse and sweep Sting's legs. Takes him down with a knee. And now Muta with a side headlock. And there is that athletic ability of the Great Muta really sinking in that headlock. Putting 237 pounds on the neck of the Stinger, who wisely rolls out of the ring to try and collect his breath. Muta follows suit, and now they're fighting on the outside. Again, the referee is counting. If this match ends in a countout, then the referee will restart the match, and it'll be as if the countout never happened. So again, there are ways to use this match to Great Muta's advantage. In the past, he used the mist in Sting's eyes. He can use the mist, but the referee will stop the match, allow Sting the proper time to get back, and restart it when Sting is available. And now a DDT on the outside floor, and Sting is down. Slides back in the ring, referee count up to 7. And now Sting climbing the top turnbuckle and comes down with an elbow on Gary Hart. Big clothesline to Muta. Gary Hart was trying to, I think, get Muta back into the ring or give him some advice. And Sting with a big chop off the top turnbuckle to the floor. Throws Muta into the ring. Has him up on his shoulders and drops him back on the concrete floor. Referees counts up to 5. Sting is going back up top. Muta again being picked up by Gary Hart. Is Sting gonna fly again? And no, Sting goes back into the ring. Count is up to 7. So should this match end in a countout, which it does not, Muta gets back in the ring, but the referee goes down. Sting goes for the cover, and the referee is down. Now that could have been a disqualification. We'll see when the referee gets back up, and it's not. He's getting back to his feet. Sting has Muta up. Could it be a power bomb? And it is. A thud down to the mat goes Muta. Sting goes for the cover, and a kick out at 1. So perhaps the referee could have disqualified Sting there for inadvertently kicking the referee, but again, the match would have restarted. So a Thez pressed by Muta, stomping away with a series of fists on the forehead of the Stinger. And now has Sting locked in a submission maneuver. And Sting trying to escape. Trying to get his arm in there. He does. Reaches back and forces Muta's head into his knee. And now Muta into the turnbuckle. Sting follows suit with a clothesline. Sting now climbing to the top rope. Could we be seeing that big elbow off the top rope? He leaps and and Muta moves out of the way. And Sting clinching his ribs. Muta moved out of the way. Muta throws Sting into the ropes. Oh, and there it is. The handspring elbow. And now Sting in trouble. Muta firing away with a series of left hands. That springboard elbow nailed Sting, which is usually the precursor to the moonsault, but Sting follows suit with an elbow. These two know each other so well. Sting with a kick to the midsection. Another powerbomb coming up. Sting has Muta up and slams him down to the mat. Now Sting dragging Muta to the center of the ring. Could he be setting up the Scorpion? He's now working the legs of the Great Muta. Climbing that second turnbuckle. He leaps and misses again. This time it was an elbow. Muta with a belly-to-back suplex takes Sting up and over. Sting is 0 for 2 for climbing the ropes in this contest. And a big clothesline by Sting. Another clothesline by Sting takes Muta down a third time. And now Sting Has Muta in the corner, and a Stinger Splash misses! Oh, Muta moves out of the way! And now a big chop! A chop block by Muta takes Sting down, and the Great Muta's regained control. Sting missed the Scorpion Splash. And now Muta with a submission maneuver again. Working the neck and upper back of Sting. Is Sting going to tap out? He's trying to fight out. He gets his arm up and swings Muta over. And now Sting with a big punch to the forehead of the Great Muta. And Sting has now missed 2 rope maneuvers and the Stinger Splash. And I chalked that up to Great Muta knowing Sting. And now Sting again. The top rope. Is he going for the elbow? He does it. Muta again. Moves out of the way. Sting is 0 for 3 on top rope and middle rope maneuvers. And now Muta positioning Sting to the center of the ring. Lining him up for something. I think he was lining him up, but took too long. Sting coming back with a series of punches and kicks. An arm drag takeover by Muta. And a belly-to-belly suplex, and down goes the Stinger. The Great Muta dragging Sting to the center of the ring. And stomping away on the back of the Stinger. And now again, the Great Muta with a Muta lock. This is another submission maneuver. Is Sting going to tap out? He's fighting it for everything he can. Oh, and Sting is going to tap. No, he doesn't. He doesn't tap. Muta really wrenching it in. Gary Hart thinks it's over. Sting trying to fight out. Gets his hand in there and breaks the hold. Wow, and Sting did not submit. Sting firing away. Gets out of the maneuver. Takes Muta down. Misses with an elbow. And now Muta with a front face lock. Oh, and a series of elbows to the face. Oh, and a chop. Missed by Sting. Reversal. Reversal by Muta. And now Muta goes into the midsection. And a kick by Sting. Reversal. A roll up from behind. Sting on top. 2, and no, a kick out by Muta. Oh, and a beautiful maneuver by Sting. Dropping Muta's head on the knee of the Stinger. And now Sting whips Muta into the corner. Could it be another Stinger Splash? And he nails him with it this time. Sting setting up for the Scorpion Deathlock. And now Sting locking in the Scorpion. Is Muta going to tap? Muta trying to fight out of it for everything he can. Is he going to submit? He's fighting out of it. He's trying to fight hard of it. And Sting. Oh, Muta powering out and gets out of the Scorpion. Wow. You don't see that too often. Muta whips Sting in. Another springboard elbow, but the referee goes down. Muta staying on top of Sting, the referee getting back to his feet. Muta with a springboard elbow took Stinger down. And now stomping away on Sting, and another submission maneuver. But Sting able to make it to the ropes, and he does. Sting wisely rolling out of the ring, trying to catch his breath. And now the Stinger firing back. Has Muta into the turnbuckle. Follows up with a clothesline. Takes Muta down. And Sting now climbing up to the top rope again. He's 0 for 4. Will the 5th time be the charm? He drops the elbow and nails him. Goes for the cover. Referee on top. 1, 2, and 3. And Sting has won the NWA World Television title here at Starrcade. What a contest! These two know each other so well, back and forth, reversing each other's moves. But the Stinger comes out. He was 0 for 4 on the previous top rope and second turnbuckle maneuvers, but the 5th time proved to be the charm. As Sting pins the Great Muta with an elbow off the top rope, and he has won the NWA World Television title here at Starrcade. Oh, fans, I take nothing away from the Great Muta. He powered out of the Scorpion Deathlock, and it took a pinfall to defeat the Great Muta, but there he is, your new NWA World Television Champion Sting. Fans, the World Tag Team titles are next, as Road Warriors Hawk and Animal look for revenge against the Varsity Club for the attack by Dr. Death and Mike Rotundo. That match is coming right up. Fans, don't go away. We'll be back with more Starrcade after this quick timeout. And the following contest at Starrcade will be for the World Tag Team Championships, as the Road Warriors look for a measure of revenge against Mike Rotundo and Dr. Death Steve Williams. It was just a few short weeks ago on World Championship Wrestling that a vicious attack by Mike Rotundo and Dr. Death on Road Warrior Hawk. They took out momentarily. He is okay, but Paul Ellering did receive medical attention from that attack. So since Paul Ellering couldn't be here tonight, the NWA Board of Directors said that Kevin Sullivan could not be here as well. So this match for the NWA World Tag Team titles will just feature the tag teams of the Varsity Club and the World Tag Team Champions making their way to the ring right now, the Road Warriors. As the fans here in Atlanta rise to their feet. And there they are, the World Tag Team Champions, Hawk and Animal, the Road Warriors. And not too many men have the guts to try and take out the Road Warriors, but these two men, Rotundo and Williams, did. And other Animal charges the ring, followed by Hawk. Hawk has a tag team title, misses Dr. Death with it, and we are set to go here, firing away on all cylinders. Hawk, stomping away on Dr. Death Steve Williams. Animal and Rotundo going at it. The referee trying to get some decorum here, as Hawk picks up the tag team title again and nails Dr. Death with it, while Rotundo power drives Animal on the tag team title. The referee trying to get order, as Hawk with a big forearm across the chest of Dr. Death. Rotundo in control over Animal. And a Russian leg sweep by Mike Rotundo. Hawk has Dr. Death. And the referee not calling for the bell. He may just allow this to be a tornado-style match. We already witnessed one of those earlier tonight with the Midnight Express. And now Hawk climbing the top rope. They still have their football pads on. Dr. Death back to his feet. Catches Hawk and throws him up the top rope. And Hawk rolling out of the ring. Animal with a leg drop on Mike Rotundo. The referee getting somewhat order. He's forcing the Road Warriors to take off their football gear, and now here we go. The spikes are off, and a big clothesline by Hawk. Rotundo following Animal to the outside. A big kick takes Animal down. Hawk with a neck breaker on Dr. Death and nails him. The referee not counting, so one has to think he's going to have a lot of leeway in this match, and Hawk drops a leg on Dr. Death, while Animal and Rotundo exchanging punches. Rotundo now has the better of Animal and throws Animal face first into the guardrail. Dr. Death fighting back against Hawk, throws Dr. Death into the ring. And a big elbow by Hawk on the forehead of Dr. Death. Rotundo drops a knee across the throat of Animal on the outside. Hawk again grabbing that World Tag Team title. He wants revenge. And nails Dr. Death with it. The referee's not calling for the bell. Hawk going for the cover. And Rotundo breaks it up. Hawk missing with a clothesline. He wants Rotundo. Has Rotundo up in his pile driver. And spikes him to the mat. Dr. Death trying to interfere here. And a neck breaker by Hawk takes down Dr. Death. Hawk going up to the top. He's on the top rope. Animal has Rotundo on his shoulders and nails him with a Samoan drop. Hawk perched high on the top rope. He leaps and nails Rotundo with a clothesline. Animal picks up Rotundo. Oh, and Dr. Death. Dr. Death nailed Rotundo by mistake. Hawk goes for the cover. On top, 1, 2, and a kick out by Dr. Death. An Animal and Hawk now double teaming Steve Williams. Rotundo out on the floor. And now Hawk. Oh, and Hawk taking a shot that had to have been an accident. Animal was going for Dr. Death. Bullet press slam down. I think Animal was going for the back of Hawk and instead hit Hawk, but no harm, no foul. And now Rotundo back in the ring. Hawk misses with a drop kick. Rotundo with a knee to the back. And now a reversal by Rotundo and works the arm of Hawk. And Hawk on the outside. And Rotundo with an atomic drop on Animal takes him down. Dr. Death trying to recover. I haven't seen much movement from Dr. Death. And now Hawk back in the ring. Nails Rotundo with a big right hand. And Dr. Death going for the cover, new champions, and Hawk breaks it up. And now Hawk has a pile driver on Rotundo, and Rotundo's been busted open. Rotundo's been busted open. Hawk has gotten somewhat of a measure of revenge. And now Hawk climbing up to the top. Rotundo's in trouble. Oh, he catches Hawk with a chop. Has him perched high. And a beautiful maneuver. Up and over goes Hawk. Dr. Death has a camel clutch on Animal. Will Animal submit? Animal fighting out and reverses it. Drops Dr. Death to his face. Oh, the action here is fast and furious. It has become almost an anything goes tornado match. Animal going for the cover. Rotundo breaks it up. The referee has has given both teams a lot of leeway here. And a shoulder block by Animal took Rotundo out of the ring. And again, the Road Warriors can double team on Dr. Death Steve Williams. The referee's allowing it, stopping the head of Dr. Death's Animal. Hawk climbing up to the top. He leaps. Oh, and caught by Dr. Death and a suplex up and over goes Hawk. And now the challengers have the momentum. A camel clutch by Rotundo is Hawk gonna tap. An Animal trying to break it up, and he does. We almost had new tag team champions there as Rotundo, going for a suplex reversed by Hawk. Hawk grabs that title and nails Rotundo in the midsection. A series of 3 shots with a championship belt by Hawk. And the gorilla press slam down goes Dr. Death. Animal feels it. Hawk feels it with a neck breaker on Rotundo. Going for the cover. Hawk on top, 1, 2, and a kick out by Rotundo. Dr. Death on the shoulders of Animal. Power slam down goes Dr. Death. Animal going for the cover. Could it be? Referee counts 1, 2, and a kick out by Dr. Death. Hawk again, climbing the top rope. He's allowing Rotundo to get back to his feet. Could it be that guillotine clothesline? He has him up, and he nails him with an up and over. Hawk goes for the cover. On top, Williams out of the ring, and the champions retain. The Road Warriors have defended the titles here tonight. And revenge is theirs as they take care of the Varsity Club here at Starrcade. Here are some highlights from earlier in the contest. And fans, if I'm the Road Warriors, I'm wondering who's next. They have taken care of everybody that they've stepped into the ring with, prior to winning the titles, and of course after winning them. So one has to wonder who the next challengers are, but for right now, there are your winners and still, NWA World Tag Team Champions, Hawk and Animal, the Road Warriors. Fans, the following contest will be for the United States Heavyweight Championship as Lex Luger defends against Flyin Brian. Don't go away. We'll be right back here to this quick timeout. And welcome back to Starrcade. The following contest will be for the NWA United States Championship as the total package Lex Luger defends against Flyin Brian Pillman. And fans, the NWA Board of Directors demanded that Lex Luger defend the title against Flyin Brian here tonight at Starrcade. Lex Luger was quite adamant about not being involved in the world title main event. So when the NWA said he needed to defend his title against Brian Pillman, Luger took that as a shot to the face, saying, hey, I'm going from a number one contender. He is the number one contender. Of course, the NWA Top 10 that came out, the most recent edition, has him at number 2 behind Ric Flair. Well, Flyin Brian's also in the top 10, and the NWA decided that he was worthy of a U.S. title opportunity here at Starrcade. So if I'm Flyin Brian Pillman, I'm going to try and use the anger that Lex Luger has to my advantage. And if Lex Luger's not careful, then we could have a new U.S. Heavyweight Champion here tonight at Starrcade. Fans here on their feet, cheering the Rocket, Flyin Brian Pillman. Of course, that can go both ways. Flyin Brian could take advantage of Lex Luger's anger. Of course, he could also be the victim of it too. And there he is, the total package, Lex Luger. Making his way down to the ring. I mean, this guy has it all. He has the look. He has the talent. He has the power. He has the attitude, let's be honest. I mean, he doesn't have many friends here in the NWA. That locker room is quite lonely back there for the package, but he has all the skills it takes to be world champion, and one has to wonder, it's not a matter of if, it's only a matter of when. But I don't think patience is one of his characteristics. And that is what it's all about, the U.S. Heavyweight Championship. And Brian Pillman, a former world television champion, was a TV champion earlier this year, defeating Perez, the Latin heartthrob, at the Clash of the Champions. Held that title for a few months, and a big kick takes Luger down. And we're starting up this match with a bang, a forearm to the back. And now a belly-to-back suplex takes Luger up and over. So Pillman, the former TV champion, looking to add the U.S. title to his collection as Luger fights back. And another kick takes Luger down. Pillman with a headlock on Luger. And now Luger reverses it with a headlock of his own. And has Pillman up on his shoulders. And Pillman fighting out of it with a series of elbows. Stuns the package. And now Luger with a belly-to-belly suplex takes Pillman down. Oh, and a kick to the back. And now stomping away on Flyin Brian is Lex Luger. Fans, we still have the $50,000 Bunkhouse Battle Royal. Oh, and Pillman missed with a crossbody. Does not miss with that elbow. And of course, the main event, Barry Windham defends the World Heavyweight Championship against Nature Boy Ric Flair as Luger chops Brian Pillman to the mat. Pillman with a reversal, shoulder block takedown. And now stomping away on the total package, a back and forth contest in the early going. And Pillman has the submission maneuver. Has Luger tied up. Can Luger escape? And Luger, into a pinning predicament and a kick out by Pillman. And now Pillman whips Luger into the ropes. Follows up with a big clothesline and the package goes down. Now Pillman going for the cover. Referee counts 1 and a kick out at 1. Now Pillman with another side headlock. And this is the pace. Pillman can really speed up a match. He's a high flyer, he's a technician. He has all the tools as well. And one would think that a faster pace would favor Pillman, but he can slow it down with the best of them as he throws Luger outside to the floor. And Pillman up and over, but misses. Luger moved out of the way. He's able to capitalize with a big right hand and a clothesline, taking Pillman down. Oh man, Flyin Brian leaped over the top rope and missed Luger with a crossbody, and now Luger in control has Pillman throwing him into the ring. Luger follows suit, picks up Pillman. Owen misses with a clothesline. Pillman missed with a clothesline, and a slam down to the mat. Goes Pillman. They both missed clotheslines and forearms. Reversals, kick to the stomach. Oh, back and forth reversals here. It's for the U.S. Heavyweight Championship. And Luger knows if he's going to get a world title opportunity anytime soon, that his chances are going to be better as U.S. champion. As Pillman kicks out at 1. Now stomping away on the back is Lex Luger. Back in control, working the neck of Flyin Brian Pillman. Fans, Ric Flair in the main event has not wrestled since the Great American Bash in July. There was an attack at the hands of Barry Windham that separated his shoulder and forced him to miss 3 months of action. As Luger goes for the cover, Pillman kicks out. And Flair made his surprise return at Halloween Havoc at the conclusion of the match, as Windham had defeated the American Dream Dusty Rhodes. But Luger thought he was in line for a world title match as he missed another clothesline. Pillman firing away, whipping Luger up and over the top rope again, goes the total package. And now Pillman with a DDT on the floor. The referee's counting. Pillman cannot win this contest, or he can win the contest. He won't win the U.S. title via countout. And now Pillman goes out to break up the count. A wise move on Flyin Brian's part, picking up Luger, throwing him back into the ring. And now Pillman senses it. He's climbing up top. Could it be that crossbody? He leaps and he nails a forearm across the face. Pillman now going back up to the top. Could it be the high fly crossbody? Luger staggering back to his feet. And Pillman flies. Nails the crossbody up the top rope. Here it is again, that crossbody up the top rope. The momentum has taken Pillman off of Luger. Going for the cover. Referee's in position. 1, 2, and throw. Luger kicks out, and it could have been that momentum that pulled Pillman off that cost him the match. As Luger now with a belly back suplex, up and over goes Pillman. A fast recovery for the total package. It was the momentum of Flyin Brian that took him off of Luger, and that extra second cost him the match. As Pillman again going to work, whipping Luger into the turnbuckle. And now Pillman, what's he doing? He's setting him up. Could it be a superplex? He has Luger. Oh no! It's a hurricanrana off the top rope. Nails Luger. Hurricanrana off the top rope. Pillman now up on the top. Luger's in trouble. Pillman senses it. Could it be another crossbody? He leaves. Oh, and he glanced Luger. Oh, I think the distance was too far away. He glanced the total package. Pillman goes for the cover. Is it enough? The referee counts 1, 2, and 3. Now a kick out again. Oh, that was close. Luger barely got his shoulder up. Pillman Nails it. Oh, he missed the elbow. Pillman had words with the referee. Oh, and they miss a crossbody. And that could be the break that Luger needed. A big clothesline takes Pillman down. Referee goes for the cover. 1, 2, and throw a kick out by Pillman. Luger nailed Pillman with that big clothesline, taking him down. Could not get the 3 count. He's picking up Pillman. Could it be? It's a discus punch. Takes Pillman down. Now he's allowing Pillman back to his feet. Could it be that attitude adjustment? He kicks him. Here it comes. The attitude adjustment and nails him with a thud. Oh, man. Pillman's head hit the mat with a thud. And I don't see Brian Pillman kicking out of this one. Luger nails the attitude adjustment, goes for the cover. Referee in position. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, what a valiant effort on the part of Flyin Brian Pillman. But Lex Luger proved to be too much in this contest. And he is still your United States Heavyweight Champion. Here are some highlights from the contest. And there he is, the total package, Lex Luger fans. The next match is the $50,000 Bunkhouse Battle Royal. Don't go away. We'll be right back after this quick timeout. And the following contest here at Starrcade is a Bunkhouse Battle Royal for $50,000. The participants are the American Dream Dusty Rhodes, Terry Bam Bam Gordy, the Games Master Kevin Sullivan, the dog-faced gremlin Rick Steiner, Terry Funk, Big Van Vader, Al Perez, and Ronnie Garvin. And away we go. Garvin and Perez going at it. They are former tag partners. But you put $50,000 on the line, and Ronnie Garvin, well, we know his history taking cash. And Big Van Vader squaring off against Terry. Gordy drops an elbow across the chest of Gordy, while Rick Steiner working over Kevin Sullivan, trying to eliminate Sullivan from the match. And Dusty Rhodes and Terry Funk going at it. Those two are no strangers. They spent the entire Great American Bash summer feuding with each other in a series of Texas death matches. As Sullivan whips Steiner into the turnbuckle, follows suit with a big right hand. And Perez and Garvin still going at it. Into the corner goes Garvin. Fighting back, and Perez thrown up and over the top. And Garvin trying to eliminate his former tag team partner. And he does. And Al Perez has been eliminated from the contest. Gordy working over with Vader. Vader whipping Gordy into the turnbuckle. And those two big men going at it. And now Rick Steiner and Big Van Vader going at it. And now Kevin Sullivan trying to get a piece of the big man. As the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes with an elbow to the top of the head of Ronnie Garvin. There's no love lost there. And now Dusty Rhodes and Rick Steiner going at it. And there's a pairing I didn't think we would see in the early going of this Battle Royal. The winner of this contest gets $50,000. And that is cold, hard cash. Ladies and gentlemen, up and over goes Rick Steiner. And Dusty walks away. And a high knee lift by Terry Gordy on Big Van Vader, and Vader rolling underneath the bottom rope to recover. And now Gordy and Funk going at it. Funk with a kick to the midsection. Sends Gordy reeling. So much action to call here. Oh, and Gordy on the verge of being eliminated, up and over. And he's hanging on, he fights back. And he gets back into the ring as Big Van Vader works over rugged Ronnie Garvin. And now Sullivan and Rhodes going at it. There's no love lost there either. And an elbow by Dusty Rhodes on Kevin Sullivan. Funk and Steiner going at it. And now Big Van Vader and Ronnie Garvin exchanging blows, and an uppercut by Vader. Fans, the main event is next, as Barry Windham defends the NWA World Heavyweight title against the Nature Boy Ric Flair, and that match is 3 months in the making. As Vader trying to eliminate Garvin. Garvin fighting for everything he can, and escapes Sullivan into the corner, and Sullivan and Funk are going at it, and there's a pairing if I ever saw one. Oh man, a rake of the back by Funk, and now Garvin and Funk going at it. There's a lot of matchups here I would love to see in the NWA one-on-one that has taken place in this Battle Royal. I mean, Gordy and Big Van Vader, that's just a match waiting to happen. As Gordy eliminated, I think it was Dusty Rhodes who threw him over, and Kevin Sullivan knocked into him as Gordy was hanging onto the top rope, and he eliminated Gordy. It was an accident, but he did it. And now there's 6 men left in the ring, as Sullivan fighting to stay alive. And Vader has Garvin. And going for a chokeslam. Garvin fights out of it. And a DDT by Big Van Vader. Funk takes down Rhodes, and a belly-to-back suplex by Steiner on Sullivan. And now Vader and Dusty Rhodes going at it. There's another match I would love to see, as Rhodes and Vader exchanging blows. Up but into the turnbuckle goes Vader, and Funk and Steiner going at it. And this match, and up and over goes Vader. Dusty Rhodes eliminates Big Van Vader. And that has to be considered somewhat of an upset. Big Van Vader was probably the favorite in this contest, as Dusty Rhodes guillotine drops Kevin Sullivan over the rope. Sullivan in trouble. And Funk able to escape the Garvin and Steiner double team. And now Sullivan working the leg of Dusty Rhodes, as Ronnie Garvin chops and punches away on Rick Steiner, and now Funk and Sullivan going at it again. These 2 men they're just flat out crazy. Those 2 guys will do what it takes. And up and over goes Garvin. Garvin trying to hang on, and Steiner kicks him off. And Funk and Steiner going at it, Sullivan and Rhodes going at it. The final 4, one of these men will win $50,000. And now Funk eliminates Rick Steiner. It's come down to Funk, Sullivan, and Rhodes. And a double team by Sullivan and Funk, trying to eliminate Rhodes. He goes over. Can they kick him to the floor? Rhodes hanging on, fighting back. And basically this is a 2-on-1. I mean, Funk and Sullivan. And Sullivan, I spoke too soon. Sullivan ran right past Rhodes and clothesline Funk. And now Sullivan trying to eliminate Dusty Rhodes. There is no honor among thieves. And Sullivan right after Terry Funk. He goes back after Funk. And now Funk throws Sullivan over the top rope. And Sullivan's eliminated by Funk. It's come down to Funk and Dusty Rhodes. And these 2, again, are no strangers to each other. They spent the entire summer during and up and over goes Rhodes, but he slides back in. They spent the entire summer in Texas death matches during the Great American Bash Tour. And it was Rhodes who took out Funk at the July Great American Bash. Terry Funk just now returning to action within the last month or so. And Funk fights back, sends Dusty reeling. And Dusty with a series of left hands. Stunner steps in, double punch. A double fist to the chest of Terry Funk. And Rhodes is feeling it. Now working the arm of Terry Funk. And a reversal by Funk in a clothesline takes Dusty Rhodes down. Funk has Rhodes, who fires back and whips Funk into the turnbuckle. And now Rhodes with a big clothesline, up and over goes Funk, and your winner, And $50,000 richer is the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. What a battle royal. And I'm sure there are some matches that will come out of this. Especially the Big Van Vader and Ronnie Garvin, Terry Gordy and Big Van Vader, and Terry Funk and Kevin Sullivan. I'll tell you, the NWA will have their choosing of some great feature matches in the coming weeks. But fans, the time for talking is done. The main event is upon us. The NWA World Title on the line as Barry Windham defends against Nature Boy Ric Flair. Don't go away. We'll be right back after this quick timeout. And here it is, fans, the main event. Starrcade comes down to this. The NWA World Champion Barry Windham takes on the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Ricky Steamboat, Dusty Rhodes, and Lex Luger defeated Ricky Steamboat for the world title at the Clash of the Champions in September and took out Ric Flair at the Great American Bash pay-per-view in Baltimore. And there he is, the challenger, the Nature Boy, making his triumphant return here at Starrcade after being on the shelf for the last 3 months. And rumors are running rampant here in the NWA that Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson, who have not been seen since the July Great American Bash pay-per-view, are set to make their return to the NWA. And one would have to question if they'll side with Ric Flair, Barry Windham, or maybe just go back out on their own. I'm sure time will tell. But conspicuous by his absence is J.J. Dillon, who was in on Barry Windham's betrayal of the Horsemen. Well, since then, Barry Windham's been left on his own, and the match is set to go. And Windham starting off offensively with a suplex over Flair. Flair has to have a bit of ring rust, not having competed since July. The shoulder block takes Flair down. And a big uppercut sends Flair reeling. Windham in control. I spoke too soon with Flair with a series of kicks and a high knee lift. Backs up Windham and a clothesline into the corner. Flair in control. Windham misses with a drop kick and Flair back in control. And a small package trying to put it away early. Referee's down one. And the kick out of one. We thank you all so much for joining us here at Starrcade. It's been an eventful evening thus far. Sting is the new NWA World TV Champion. Nikita Koloff is the new Western States Heritage Champion. And Dusty Rhodes is $50,000 richer as Flair backs Windham away. And a shoulder block takes the champ down. An elbow drop missed by Flair. Windham too fast. Has Flair up in a suplex. Hooking the leg and driving him down to the mat. Working the neck of Flair. And Flair was out with that injury for 3 months that separated his shoulder. third time for good measure. And why not? Drop a fourth one while you're at it too. Flair has Windham. Lowers that knee pad and drops the knee across the forehead of the NWA champion. Goes for the cover. Flair on top one. Two, and a kick out of two. We are just 2 weeks away from the debut of Gotmark76 this week. And which of these wrestlers will be the world champion as Windham has Flair in the claw hold? Will Flair submit? Flair trying to fight out. He's fighting it for everything he can. Windham has it in. Flair trying to force his hand up. He is. And Windham is shoved off by Flair. Windham canoeing a series of chops by Flair takes Windham down. Back and forth here. Flair not setting up Windham. What does he have in mind? He's going for the figure four. Could we have a new champion? Flair down, the figure four locked in. Windham. Can Windham turn it over? He's trying and he does. He turns it over and Flair releases the hold. So both men have had each other's finishers locked on the other, and they both escaped. As Windham with a knee to the midsection takes Flair down, has him in a front face lock, up and over with a suplex goes Flair. And Windham has regained control, setting up Flair now. Could it be that face plant DDT? He has Flair locked in, leaps and jumps and spikes Flair's head to the mat. Goes for the cover. Could he retain the championship? 1, 2, and the kick out by Flair. Oh, Flair kicked out of that spike DDT. That face plant DDT. Windham nailed an elbow and Flair's been busted open. It wouldn't be a Starrcade without Flair being busted open. Windham goes for a cover with a schoolboy. Referee counts 1, 2, and Flair kicks out. Back and forth action for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship here at Starrcade. Flair up and over the top rope. Windham follows suit. Now Windham in control. A drop kick misses. Flair moves out of the way and a left jab. Windham misses with a forearm. Flair has Windham from behind and a belly to back on the concrete floor. Flair picks up Windham. And Windham firing back with a right hand. And nails Flair that time with a drop kick. And both men are down. You'll notice the referee is not counting. This match will end with a pinfall or submission. And Windham has Flair up. Oh, and a beautiful maneuver, dropping Flair's shoulder into Windham's knee. Again, that separated shoulder took Flair out of action for 3 months. Windham, he is fighting to win, folks. We can't take that away from Barry Windham. There's a reason why he's NWA World Champion. And he is in firm control right now. Flair is in trouble. Has him up again for a fisherman suplex on the concrete floor. Are you kidding me? And Flair is in trouble. Windham catering here to the fans in Atlanta. The Omni on their feet collectively. As Windham in control, goes for a drop kick again. Flair blocks it with a kick to the midsection. Now Flair back in control, picks up Windham, a chop, a series of right and left hands. Firing back, Flair, Windham going at it, tooth and nail. This is the NWA. This is what it's all about. Flair shows off Windham. Windham does a drop kick on Flair. Then Windham throws Flair into the guardrail. And a Russian leg sweep into the guardrail. The back of Ric Flair. We know that Ric Flair's back has had issues. He was in a plane crash in 1975. A well-documented event in Ric Flair's life. And Windham throws back into that guardrail, but Flair fights back. A clothesline. He knows what's at stake here. He's a former NWA World Champion multiple times in his own right. Windham goes for the cover. Referee counts 1, 2, and Flair kicks out. A busted open Flair in his first match back in several months. And Windham again with a face plant DDT takes Flair down. And that may be it. Windham kicks out. No way. Misses with a forearm. Flair fighting back. Has Windham draped over the top rope and slingshot back. A bloody Flair in control. Was able to kick out in that faceplant DDT. Whips Windham into the ropes and now working the arm of Windham. And a clothesline takes Windham down. Flair trying to recover. The referee asks if he wants to continue. Flair's gushing hard on his forehead and a forearm by Windham. Flair's been busting up and that blood is running into the lines. Another schoolboy takes Flair down. 1, 2, and a kick out by Flair again. And Windham thought it was over. Windham thought it was 3. It's not. Flair from behind has Windham. And in the atomic drop, I think Windham thought that was a 3 count. Flair going for the cover. Wyndham's down 1, and a kick out of 1. Windham thought that was a 3. He was throwing his arms in the air like he'd won the match, but it was only a 2. And now Flair going for the figure 4. Could we have a new champion? It's locked in. The referee's asking Windham if it was a tap. Windham can't escape. Can he make it to the ropes? And he cannot. He submits. New champion crowned. Ric Flair has won the NWA World Championship here at Starrcade. The fans here in the Omni are going crazy. Here are some highlights from earlier in the contest. Both men kicked out of the other's finishing maneuver, not once but twice. And here's that faceplant DDT. They took the action to the outside. But it's Ric Flair with a figure 4 leg lock that has won him the World Heavyweight Championship. And the fans here on their feet showing respect to the new NWA World Heavyweight Champion. We thank you so much for joining us here at Starrcade. It's been a memorable event. We will see you in 2 weeks' time with Gotmark76 this week, a brand new show on the Gotmark76 YouTube channel. Until then, I'm Gotmark76, and we'll see you at the matches. Goodbye, everybody.